Okay, guys, and welcome back to episode 4 of Mama Mondays. This week we'll be joined by Crissy Cams from Cam and the Fam on YouTube. We'll be talking about weight gain and depression after birth. And of course, you guys know we're still keep tying it into the theme beauty after birth. But yeah, let me just jump into my notes because sometimes I really forget. So yeah, I kind of keep forgetting to remind you guys that this is Mama Mondays, a safe, no judgment space for moms. Okay, so when you come here and you speak, or when moms come here and they speak, this is literally a zone where we're just not going to judge them because all of us go through things differently, and we're just here to vent, right? So yeah. Let's get Crystal on the live. Okay, Crystal, so I sent you. Hey, girl. Hold
Hi,
on, let me find my
everyone.
Bluetooth. Just I realized when I'm Bluetooth.
Let me turn this on.
All right. Thank you, Cupcake Girl. She said, I love this platform you're creating. Thank you. It took me a while to create this. I had it in my mind for a very long time, and I just say, why not? Like, why not do it? It's not like I have all the extra time, but why not? So, guys, we have Crystal with us tonight. As I said, she has a YouTube channel with her family. It's called Cam and the Fam. And then tonight I'm gonna let you guys talk because I'm gonna let you talk as a matter of fact, yeah, because I always take over. Queen Meng say, "Hey, Swan sisters, hi." Yes, so we went to the same high school back in Jamaica, guys. That is so important. St. Hugh's, we are proud Swans.
Thank you.
So yeah, Crystal, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Crystal. I see a lot of swans in here, so you probably already know me. But hi everyone. Ati's, well, I know you as Ati on here. You're
Yeah.
Natalya. But
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, we've known each other. Well, yeah, we've known of each other since high school,
Yeah.
and we are in Canada together, so we share a lot of similar experiences. I wouldn't say new mom. My son is almost a year and a half, but it's
All
everyday
right. I am
experience.
still a new mom. So if me still a new mother, you still a new mother.
Yeah, I really love this platform. So when you asked me to come on, I was like, yeah, why not? I have to share, and I'm not afraid to share. So you
And
guys,
I love that. I just want to mention that if there are any moms out there who would love to share their stories, like after listening on a weekly basis and you'd love to join and share your story, not afraid to send me a message. Send me a message and you can come on anytime you're free or so. But yeah, sorry for cutting
no, that's okay.
you.
This week's topic is weight gain. I don't know what you guys want to know about that, but
Well, you can start off like just talking about your whole journey,
okay.
like becoming a mother. So, like, finding out that you're pregnant, giving birth, coming up to know after, everything like that. Yeah.
So when I found out I was pregnant, so initially I came here to Canada to go to school, right? I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with the immigration process, but that is one of the easier ways to kind of um, get your PR here. So I chose the school route. I was in my last year of school when I found out, and just right around that time, COVID had hit also. So
Mm.
that was not the best time
Ideal.
to find out you were pregnant, but it happened, and we had to roll with the punches. Uh,
Yeah.
my mom was not happy about that because for some reason she thought, and she was the one like footing most of the tuition, right? So
Okay.
She thought that I would have to stop school and then have the baby and then go back to school, because I don't know if that's what it's like in Jamaica, but that's not how it's like here. So once I assured her everything was fine, she was okay, everyone was happy, but then COVID hit and the depression, and school moved to online, which was good for me because I didn't want to be out, being pregnant.
Yeah.
But yeah, depression came with that, weight gain came with that. Of
Did the
course,
depression, so the depression came before you had the baby?
yeah, because at that point it was just me and my husband now here in Canada alone. We have
Yeah.
family here, but like extended family, so not anyone close to us. So at that point, I was working at Walmart, keeping it 100. I had to stop working because Walmart is like a high traffic.
Yeah, yeah.
So he was working like three jobs because I'm now not working. So he
Yeah, yeah.
our finances by himself. Um, Gone like all day, overnight. So I was basically alone. And with that, comes the overthinking, the insomnia while you're pregnant, and then
Yep.
just a whole bounce of stuff.
So one question, because if you were going to school while you got pregnant, because me did watch your birth story, but me just asked a question here outside, like, uh, wasn't like, why the question has slipped my mind while me I ask it? But like, yes, so your school insurance basically covered everything. Like, you weren't even eligible
That was another stress
for
because,
OHIP?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
have OHIP, so the insurance part, and then no, we had to go through the school insurance that everyone as an international student you have to have, right? But then there are
Yeah, yeah.
doctors who accept that insurance. So
Oh,
imagine being pregnant, trying to find an OB that accepts that school insurance, not knowing what's going to happen, and then I I think at one point, because the hospital only accepts OHIP, so I
yeah,
always
yeah.
that COVID is a good, and some people think, well, it is bad in general, but with COVID, you have little blessings because of COVID, we didn't have to pay that hefty hospital bill, which would have been like maybe $4,000 that we didn't.
Oh.
Right, just being honest.
Yeah, because that would go lovely towards the school fee.
Because people were stuck in the country, so they had put in place like an insurance policy for all those people who were stuck in the country that couldn't leave because of COVID, for healthcare. So we fell under that, and thanks be to God, we were covered in that thing. That
Okay. Just want may I pin a comment just to make people know the topic we are talking about. Weight gain and the oh, somebody was asking your weight before and your weight after. That's only if you're comfortable sharing.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. So before becoming pregnant, I was probably around maybe 160, 170. But before that, people who knew me, I ran track all throughout high school, all throughout college. I was around maybe 130. So,
Oh,
and now I'm about brushing a little over 200. So
girl, I don't know
that
if you didn't catch the other live we did have the other day. I wish I got the other day. 215? I mean, say, when did this happen?
the COVID weight is no joke, but also being pregnant during that time and coming out of a pregnancy and the whole weight fluctuation with that, yeah, it's no
All
joke.
right, so tell us when you were like giving birth now. So you're at the hospital giving birth. This is a pandemic you're giving birth to. So what was that like?
The whole pregnancy during the pandemic, it was rough. I can't lie, because at a certain point, I think it was maybe around 4 or 5 months, like my husband couldn't come to the doctor's visits with me anymore. It was only me, and The hospital was the same way. The only day they allowed him in was when I was about to give birth. And even after that, he could only stay for 1 hour until our son was born. So yeah, that was crazy. And then he had to leave.
Yeah, minute think me could I imagine that like would have balls.
I he cried. I cried because I'm a new mom. Not that I didn't know what to do, but you're expecting
The
that.
support is the
Yeah.
support.
At one point in the overnight, the nurse had to come and take the baby from me because I was so exhausted trying to breastfeed, and it was
Were
just
you
a
in your room alone or did you share a room?
I had to get a semi-private room. It was me
Okay.
with a curtain in between because they were saving all the private rooms for moms with COVID or COVID symptoms. So if we had gotten a private room, then he would be able to stay overnight. But yeah, COVID was new and everyone was freaking out. So
Yeah, because that was last year, June, you say. Yeah, COVID did really new. As a matter of fact, I thought that COVID would have ended by June. Confidently, when the
yeah,
country shut down March, I was like, yeah, June, the place I gonna open up back, sure, everything gonna go back to normal. Look at us now.
it
So Rose,
hurt.
Rose Diamond said, man, it's hard not having our partners there with us. Yep. Yeah, I can only imagine how tough that was. So, after you have the baby now and you guys go home, this is the real part because the euphoria gone after we push out the baby. We at the hospital and the nurses are helping you out and they're helping us to do everything. That was like the best period of giving birth. After you go through labor and everything, and then you have the baby, and you're like, baby, my body, baby free. I can lie down, I feel nice. But and then as I say, yeah, food is being taken to you, people that help you bathe, all sorts of stuff. Well, I don't know about you. I kind of needed some help with a lot of stuff because me did
Yeah,
kind of pitch over. My belly did too heavy, so
well,
my body take a while to get back to usual.
yeah, I didn't have the luxury of that because, like I said, it was only my husband and I, and he had to go back to work like within a week because it was only him working.
Oh,
And because of COVID, my mother-in-law lives in Canada, but she wasn't able to come and be with us. No one was able to come inside the country. So I
yeah,
stuff like at night, I couldn't sleep anyway because having a newborn, right? My husband was
exactly.
I would be up with the baby, and that's how we would do the overnight thing. Like I would send him videos, and he would ask me, "How's the baby?" But every
Oh
night,
no.
like trying to get this baby to sleep because my son he did not sleep at night, and he barely slept in the days too. So I don't know. I don't know what happened on that front, but yeah,
So when did you sleep?
girl. Even though I'm still not asleep.
Oh boy. Barbie cakes. I lost all my baby weight within 3 months. You
Wow.
know, the funniest thing is, I mentioned this last week. I lost most of my baby weight pretty quickly after because kinda in the same way, I was home with Zaire while Orlando go back to work because Orlando only could I get like 2 weeks off from work too because Jamaica I get paternity leave. So I was home with Zaire at the time and at that time it was just me. My mother never really come stay with me yet because my mother really come stay with me when me did go back at work. But at that time when Orlando did go back at work and I was home with Zaire, it was just breastfeeding, porridge to make sure some breast full up back, feed him, when him go sleep. All right, cool. Wake up back in like 20 minutes. And
Yeah.
then it's like that cycle, they kind of make me lose the whole of my weight. And the whole of the, well, I'm not even gain that much weight from the pregnancy. So it's like I was very slim with just a little flubby belly after the baby. And
In a
I
lot.
want to start go back at work, me eat.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, when me start eat, that is the problem.
After they're born and you have them, you kind of slim down because I came down a lot too. But then after like maybe the 6 weeks mark, because I look pretty thin, right? At the 6 week mark, but after that, you just see the pounds start to pack on and pack on and pack on, and it's like, how did I get here?
Yep.
Let me tell you, wait it, and then you have the people who are like, you have the baby already, you know, you can start fix up yourself now or go to the gym, and I'm like,
Thank
um,
you for stating the obvious.
yeah, because
Listen, like, I love my father, but I remember one day we're out, on a Sunday and like we'll have fun. We decided to go one park, go take some little fall pictures and kind of something. No, I tell you, I'm in a good mood. It's a Sunday, I enjoy myself. I say I miss call from my father. I say, oh, I'm call him back. When I call my guy back, nothing, like no other conversation. Like, hey daddy, I say I miss call from you. You need to lose the one will probably wait till you have on. Me I say, wow. Like, me can laugh about it now because eventually, over time, me literally just build a thick skin. I have overcome it where may I stop try be in control of how people should talk or react to my weight gain. And like, me just say, all right, cool. And remember, it did change my mood for a while. Like, tears literally start running down my face because it's like, me I say to myself, that people, this was in COVID too. So it's like, me I say, people not even understand sometimes where you are mentally, and then we'll just call you and say things like this. After a while, I'm just sort of, I'm like, you know what? Forget you. I don't care. Like, anybody will have, as I said, I love my father just in case he watches this. But, like at that moment, I was like,
do I really love me? I don't love. No, the same thing happened to me. Like my mom, she has no filter whatsoever. And just imagine like me being a new mom in a new country, just me and my husband, and
yeah, not much support. Yeah.
breastfeed, right? Trying to kind of feel like myself again, if you would say. And every day she would call me, you have to fix up yourself, and you wrap your belly with the belly band. My mother made me buy a belly band. Jamaicans have this thing where they say you must wrap your belly after. I'm like, for what? Like, I don't need to do that. The belly will bounce back if you wrap it. I'm like, mommy, like, I just had a baby. Then now she start, you need to fix up your hair. I'm like, you really think like my priority? No.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
because as you said too, with even COVID that happened, it's not even like you leave the house even. So, it's like, yeah, having a COVID, having a baby and then COVID on top of that is like, it's not even like you're probably, so would you say you were depressed from like
I I
giving birth then?
I think I had I don't think I know I had postpartum depression, because I remember one day specifically, my cousin, she had a baby 3 weeks before me, so she would call me to check in to see how we were doing, because she know I would be alone in the days and nights.
Okay, that's good.
I remember one day she called me and I was trying to feed my son. I think he was probably about 6 weeks old at the time, and but he had a problem latching onto my boobs for some reason. And she called me one day. The baby was naked. I was naked trying to breastfeed, and it was like, "What's happening?" And I busted out crying because
Yeah.
too much is happening, and I
Oh God. Yeah, man. It's like you reach up yourself with it now.
like I was just at the peak. And the minute she said, "What's going on?" I just started crying.
Yeah.
But I think that's another thing too. People have to remember, and I'm so glad like mental health is becoming coming to the forefront now, especially with mothers and new moms. Postpartum depression is very real. Like I didn't experience depression until I had my son.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. I say this all the time, like around the same time when we did have Zaire was the same time when we did a thing for come to Canada. So at that time where like where things that we need to plan everything and rate it, like Orlando did have to take that over because me couldn't do it. Like it must say, Ati, all right, you try apply to them place and me'll apply to yourself. And when him come back and tell me, say, all right, so I apply to them place and I'm gonna hear no answer. You hear nothing, and I say, I don't do nothing. Me can't laugh no because we know who there.
Don't
But
worry.
I was just so stretched. Me, I look and I say, I wouldn't make a fight time for do that. Like, believe it, you know. So it was like I seemed a bit nonchalant about stuff, but I wasn't really nonchalant. Me just never have the drive. Like, me never have it in me for do nothing. Like, me just never really feel for do anything. And I think the stress that comes with ensuring that your baby is okay after you give birth, I think at this what kind at this what depression kind of build up from.
Being a new mom too, because
Yeah.
like I was saying with that breastfeeding thing, like that really drove me up the wall because I had an
Your milk take long for coming.
no, I had milk. It's just that one of my nipples were inverted. So
Oh.
I went to a lactation consultant, and she told me to get like a, what do you call it? It's like a nipple that you put over your breast so the baby can latch better. And that was the worst thing I ever did, because after getting that, he did not want to go back like solely on my boob unless I had that. So imagine
Oh God.
putting on that every second, the baby getting fussy, and it was a hot mess. And then
Oh wow.
worried. Everyone's like, don't give him formula because breast is best, and he's not taking the nipple, and I'm worried because he's not eating. And
Yeah.
it's a cycle of worrying if he's okay, looking at him to see if he's breathing when he's sleeping, worrying about my weight because no everybody telling me that I'm fat, worrying about
Yeah.
because my mom's telling me you need to fix up yourself. It's just a
So
lot.
you see, exactly, as you say, is a lot. Like we literally are worry everything about the baby because when the baby born, it's all about the baby. It's literally all about the baby. So we forget ourselves, and when people are telling us, like, yeah, you need to do this to yourself, it's like, yeah, but the baby, yeah, but remember to the baby, and like you really are focused on the baby. Yeah. Oh my God, hold on, let me jump into the comments because I feel like the comments take a while. Click said the fourth trimester is what they don't warn you about. That's so true. Rose Diamond said the sleepless nights are real, man. 2 years later, and I'm still getting no sleep. Oh no. As told by Amanda says, same. Well, I lost the weight eventually, not within 3 months, but it was less than a year and left with tummy. I really don't think we lose that tummy. Like that little punch from, you know, our belly stretching that wide. Yeah, like I tell people say my belly did stretch so far, my stretch mark get a stretch mark. Like
I know what you mean.
like no joke, like right here so on the well the camera too, right? But yeah, like right at the base of my belly, my
Yeah.
stretch mark got a stretch mark because and then it just got black while I did pregnant. Right now it changed that color, but it did just get black. That stretch mark with a stretch mark, and it did feel like a ridge on my skin. Like when I rub my finger over it, it would have literally sink. And I
I know what you
said, oh my God. Quickly said we never get back our sleeping patterns because even if the child is sleeping, as a mom, we're up doing everything. Rose Diamond said people need to mind their own business. Cupcakes say, I remember a month after having baby, my friends were like, no girl, you are too skinny. Wow. Barbie Cake said, women are so strong. Although I had a baby, he slept through the night, 5 p.m. to 7 a.m. without waking, so I don't know if I could handle him up all night.
know.
No, 5 p.m. to 7 a.m.?
A vacation.
You could have a whole life. A one. Jameer's mom said, at Click exactly. It's like you never get back how you were. You don't. And I try to tell people that, I try to tell other moms that it makes no sense to try to get yourself back who you were before because you're not that person anymore. Like you literally went through something that changed your life. You cannot be that person again. So that's why when people would want, talk about getting surgery so they can go back to before, think about it. I think that even if you don't believe in God, you look on it how your body was created, what your body was created to do. Like,
Exactly.
do you see the the miracle would basically just come out of your vagina. Like, think about it. A baby literally growing in your belly for 9 months and come out in my case, a huge child because it was 10 pounds. So, like, that's like a whole baby, right? And like, you want your body, you want to go back to before. I think we kind of start condition our mind for accept say, well, I had to do that. I had to condition my mind that now I'm a mother, I'm a mother and things are different and
Girl, what would you say about me? Most, if not everybody I know, knew me from back when I was running track. Right? When I was running, I was this fat. Like I was literally this skinny. I couldn't wait to be done because I was too skinny. And now to see like I've added a few pounds to my bone, I'm okay with that. Like I am fine. I don't want to go back to that. That person, that track athlete, is from a different time. No, I'm a
exactly. As you said, that person, that track athlete, exactly. That track athlete was not a mother.
exactly, and that
Exactly.
athlete worked out like every single day. Had to watch what they were eating. No, I'm over that. I don't want to watch what I eat. I want to work out when I feel like it. Like people need to stop telling new moms, especially, and I'm a big advocate. Like, no, don't get me wrong. Like, if you see, I wouldn't even say like a concern. If it's someone that you care about and you genuinely care about the person, it's okay, to talk to them. But don't go blasting, Lord, you put on too much weight, and when you have to start workout, like those things can cause mental breakdown in people who are not strong. I'm from a very rough family, so you cannot have thin skin in my family. So when my mother would say those things, it didn't come as anything to me. Of course, I would have my moments, where I would sit and think and should I really go to the gym or lose this weight or whatever. But for the most part, it didn't bother me. But not everyone is like that, especially if you're a new mom, because what people don't understand, when you give birth, like you're a new person and you're very fragile at that time too, mentally and physically. So if the person wasn't strong mentally to begin with, all those little comments, those can break a person, especially if they
True.
are not used to their new body or don't like their new body. Can you imagine what that person is thinking about at nights when they go to sleep?
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. Rose Diamond said, my dad did the same thing the other day, spoiled my whole day. Same thing we talk about, like people have to come with compassion first.
Yeah.
Amanda said, and that Honna call you down for too terrible man. Oh, as in, shut up, my father. Okay, girl. So you have to develop a thick skin to deal with people when it comes on to their opinion with weight loss or gain. Yeah, that's true. Quick say, yes, actually, my father rubbed me out yesterday. She will cook the little dinner late, but when I mind the fat, here's my favorite stick. And I mean, some people actually love the weight. Some people weight actually come in for fit them. And some people, like them appreciate it because them they skinnier before and them couldn't gain weight. I know them gain the weight and them look and say, yeah, I love the weight. And then you have some people look at them and say, no, man, you gain too much weight. While them happy, so as them say, you have to grow thick skin because, yeah, people are gonna talk, People are gonna talk. And I've decided in my mind that people can talk because it never stress me out. Um, Jamia's one said, I know she sounds like my parents. May want to shut up about your mom. She said brown eyes said it's a Caribbean thing with that band. That funny enough, I made it actually do something different. It was like this long piece of cloth you did supposed to get, and like you wrap it and then you make like it's like you kind of make a loop like this in the middle, continuously going straight up
Oh,
to under your breastbone. Yeah, and I made it start to that because I think my abs did separate at that time and I did feel it, but made it kind of start too long after I think. We didn't want to continue, but it took so long to wrap it. Would I take like a proper 15 minutes every morning?
I had time.
Barbecue said the first few months for a mother is really hard. That's true. That's true. Rose Diamond say I have my moments like once a month where I just bawl for 15 minutes because I just get overwhelmed. Yeah, I know what you mean. Rocky says still have on my baby weight. Sometimes I feel insecure, but another time I'm okay because I just think it will happen when it's supposed to. Oh, Queen makes the nipple shield.
Yeah, that's one of
Um, as told by Amanda say, yes, checking if they're breathing every 2 minutes. That's every mom. Rush follows that I feel it so much. Same thing I went through. You trying to do so much and the pressures from the outside. Cupcake said the tummy is hard to lose, especially after a C-section. Wow. Click Click say, yes, my friend had stretch marks like those. Cupcake said tummy still has stretch marks. Yeah, my one them not gonna away. Brown eyes said I had fraternal twins, and to this day I'm amazed at what God did. Yep. Chriselle said I had two C-sections and body conscious about my belly. I literally wear baggy shirts to hide my stomach. Barbie Cake said, I don't want no surgery to change my belly because I know why I have that little pouch and marks on my tummy. And what I went through and came out of, I'm proud. And I believe every woman should be proud of that too. That is true. Unknown said, devil's advocate. So becoming a mother kills all that you were before. I'll answer and then I'll let Crystal answer that. I don't think becoming a mother kills all that you were before. I think what I was really trying to say is that people are always trying to get back that person who they were before. And when you become a parent, because this even goes for the fathers too, not because they don't go through the birthing process, but because when you become a parent, things change. There's this individual now that demands your time, that changes your schedule, everything like that. Your sick days are no longer yours. Them look as simple as that, right? So it's like trying to get back yourself who you were from before becoming a parent. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's kind of like you're pushing that part of your life away, this new part of your life away. Like, yeah, try. I don't know. You can go ahead, Christina, and say it
Yeah, I don't think
again.
becoming a mom kills all that you were before. I just think like when you're a parent or you make that decision to become a parent, you're now saying, okay, I am making the decision to bring forth this life, right? And everything that I do from now on has to take that person, that new baby into consideration. So I tell people this all the time. When I was in college, like every 2 weeks, I used to go to the salon, get my nails done, buy bundles online. Like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. That's not where my priority lies. I have a child. I have to make preparations for his future, right? So I can't be buying new clothes every week and all that good stuff. That would make me feel good, right? I have to think about my child.
Hmm. Click, click, say unknown, not kill in entirety, but more of transform.
Right.
Set the original and say life can't be the same after our baby. It's hard for some to come to the realization, but that doesn't mean that life ceases to exist for you. You just have a new norm to work with. That is beautifully said.
Yeah.
Cupcake Girl said we have to embrace our new body. That's true. Steph says, and there is great joy in that. Yep. Uh-oh. Did I just lose a few? Toinette G said, I lost my baby weight in less than 2 months, and my weight was less than before pregnant. Then my pre-baby clothes were too big. Then I got depressed because my clothes couldn't fit. Wow. Queen Meg said, as long as you're comfortable in your own skin, what others say is just noise. Yeah. But you see, it turns out to not be noise when you probably have them same thoughts there, right? That's where the problem comes in. If you're having those same thoughts where you look and say, oh my God, my belly. Like, for example, I sit down and I'm working and my belly just boof. And then on this specific day, you're bloated. And you just feel terrible. And it's like somebody come say that to you, for example, like my father that called me and say to me now, like me I look and I say, Well, thank you. I guess I guess you can see what's going on right now. Can we just, you know? So Barbie Cakes, I just subscribed to your channel, Cam and the Fam. Yeah,
What?
guys, remember. So we're talking weight gain and depression right now with Crissy Cams from Cam and the Fam on YouTube. I'm sure the link is in her bio, so you guys can go ahead and check it out. Soprano say, Mama Mondays. I must say wrestling where I watch. But yeah, so as we say, I can honestly to maybe go back because you know you said you're now home from the hospital.
Right.
This is now during COVID, so nobody can come assist you. Your husband is literally working multiple jobs because I am afraid hold on the fort because you now work. So you're home without the support, really. Like he's supporting you, but you know, you not have that support the way every mom's supposed to have after them have a baby. So when you realize that was the case, no, well, you're in this.
Girl,
Where was your headspace?
it was all over the place because I'm a person where it's not that I don't want to depend on him because he's a very dependable person. Working 3 jobs is not easy, but I'm like I'm not this that mom. I don't know if it's mom guilt, but I all right, I would say I had a plan, right? I came here to go to school, then after I graduate, I'm gonna get a job, then work and that wasn't happening. So I'm like, what am I going to do? So as soon as I wouldn't say as soon, maybe 2 months old, I started applying for jobs, even though I know I couldn't go to work, but that would keep me sane, knowing that I'm looking for a job to at least help, even though I know I wouldn't get a job, but
Yeah.
at that point, I'm thinking anything I can do to help while still struggling with the baby during the days and nights, but just wanting to feel like I'm contributing to something. So during that time, I would say being home from the hospital and not working, taking care of the baby, that's when I really started to internalize a lot of stuff because I'm saying I'm not working. You know, I have all these outside people telling me you need to lose weight. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And that's when you get lost in your own thoughts, and that can be
Yeah.
very
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever had a very dark moment? Like have you ever gone to like the pits of depression, do you think? Like postpartum depression or
so the most that I've ever thought was I don't know. I felt regret multiple times not being
Mhm.
able to contribute. I know you have the baby crying all the time, and you're the sole person that they're depending on. So multiple times I would think, what if I didn't have this baby? I could be doing all the things that I want to do with my life, right? But
Yeah, and really and truly don't feel guilty about that. I think even fathers have what if moments. Like, oh my God, Zaire, if you said every day in the future, I love you. I really do. But like one time, like me and Orlando, like we sit down and we'll talk about stuff like because currently right now we're in a Canada by ourselves, like we still not have no family. My mother can't come back as yet because she's still not vaccinated because Jamaica not have the Pfizer or the Moderna. So like what would I love for her to come back where, at least she could have watched him a little bit so we could have go out and and it's like no time with him we just can't because like when you go to places with him once in not getting me and losing mine and
girl,
try to ruin people's dining experiences.
my son at that age know where I don't know if they teach him how to throw tantrums at daycare, but that is all he does. Like,
Then pick it up. Let
non.
me tell you, so then pick it up.
And I was one of those people where when I go out and I see a child doing that, I'm like, could never be my child. But no, here we are, and that's all he does is throw
And
tantrum.
as my mother said, these kids nowadays, them different.
Bad,
I
different.
don't know what it is, but they are different. Cause me I tell you say, first of all, Zaire, him got daycare, them tell me the other day, him a push down people. I'm
Wait,
like,
I see
Zaire,
a live that I want to address. Cupcake Girl JA. Funny enough, sometimes
mhm.
pain and stretch marks don't bother the men. That is so true. Like
Yep.
100% true. Because
Yeah.
like I can tell you, not that you didn't love me before, but now it's like I don't know what I did. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I really have to lose this weight because this man is driving me crazy. The men, some men, well, I can speak for mine, weight in.
1 second, please. Are you going to say hello? Say hello and then go back downstairs and watch TV. Hello, guys. You going to say hello? You're not here to touch? Say hi, guys, and then go on about your business. Go downstairs, TV. Bye. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay with this light. Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right. Good job. Thank you. No, it's okay. The light is. Bye. Yeah, I get it. That's it. It's a quick saying, but who authorized that women should have flat tummies? Where that come from? Let the papa hang. Um, Let me scroll on a little more. Barbie Cake said, "Am I doing the right thing, or what if?" is one thought that runs through a mother's mind. Yeah, man. Tasha said, "I love the realness of this live." Yep, we try to keep it very real. um, Jameer's mom said, "Tell me how you handle a toddler as imperfectly Natalya, because right now this is the hardest part. When I thought the newborn stage was the hardest, but I'm going crazy." Trust me, I don't know. I would love to say that all toddlers are different. Currently, as I said, Zaire did push on people at daycare. I don't know if he's still do it. I hope to God he's not. Um, Zaire bigger than the average size, right? So the teacher is like, he's so big, he's not eating, but he's so big. And when he pushes the other kids, he really pushes them, huh? And I said, really? And like, yeah, like Chef said, the thing is, this is where the common behavior come in, where Chef say, them have some pulling here, copycats are going. So thank God me not see him pick up that. Them have some body checking. Me don't know who family play hockey, but them are following each other and body check and bounce people. And Zaire, come on, come do it. And I said, where him get this from? And then say, no, he's pushing. And it will come on with different cries where yeah, I said, why do you sound like that? It sounds like a duck and a baby mixing. I want to cry. And I'm like, why do you sound like that? But they really do pick up from each other at daycare. This is just what they do. So but I don't know. It's just that at home, you just have to make sure say you have to enforce what you want your child to do at home, and then just pray to God say them keep that in mind. Tasha said, me here say COVID baby them different. Well, Crystal, you would have to tell her that, you
Very, very different. Like, one is one, almost 1.5, and you would never believe that. Like, he acts like a girl,
know.
and he has attitude for days. Like, I, I don't even know what to say about that.
Oh. Sopranos, a real men love stretch marks, stripes them nice. Um, Queen makes it the struggles of having a toddler. And a lie. Cupcakes, they can always count on Zaire to make a little appearance. Oh yes. Unknown music say flat belly me say. Mm-hmm. Rose Diamond says, sure these toddlers think they are grown. They do. Them really do think they might pay them money bills and all these stuff, you know? Trust me. Sopranos say, what? All right, I'm gonna have to put that sentence there. Quick, say at Jameer's mom, prayer hun, because these kids will test your gangster.
Um,
Rose Simon said, listen, my children don't go to daycare and they still be acting like this. Oh, good. What is this? Cupcake Girl said, COVID babies are different. Yeah, I don't even have a COVID baby, and I guess my child's still a bit. I don't know. I don't know. These children, as Click said, these kids will test your gangster. Them don't listen. They don't listen, and they want their own way. And yeah, but so how are you these days? Like
No, I'm
now
doing.
that you're working and
Yeah, I'm doing good now. I recently, I think one of the biggest things too was in COVID because I wasn't driving. I didn't have my license back then, so everything I would have to depend on my husband to take me or either take a Lyft or an Uber, which I didn't want to do during that time because COVID. But no,
yeah.
I'm driving, so I have more independence, and I think that has made a huge difference. Like now, I can get up and go where I want to. I can drop my son off to daycare, pick him up. It's the little things I find now that make the biggest impact.
Yep. Yep. Rose Diamond said, remember when our moms used to tell us that when we become parents, we will understand the stress? LOL, now we understand. All right, so I think it's 10 to 10. I think it's safe to start wrapping up. I'm gonna play a little game of this or that version, mommy version. So step on a Lego or step in pee.
Step in P. But those building blocks, Legos, whatever they are, they hurt.
All right, give up wine or give up coffee.
I would say coffee.
All right. Shower in peace or shop in peace.
She's a shower in peace. Shower every
You
day.
that shop in peace.
No,
Yeah. Would I love to just roam the mall by myself? No time constraint.
hey, me being for a good 20 minutes in us. My alone time in
All right. Clean up paint or clean up glitter.
paint.
Paint. Them always say this way. Glitter is a pain in the ass and that you really cannot get
Over
rid of it.
done, you're not done.
All right, so moms, this is basically it this week. If you are struggling with weight gain, take your time, especially if you're a new mom, take your time because we are all imperfect in some way. So even people who are stressed it out, them imperfect in some way, and I'm sure you're not telling them, right? So be kind with yourself because our partners are kind with us. And sometimes we have to just shut off the outside noise because them just admit nice. They're not really in the house every day to know what's going on, right? So also if you do feel depressed, don't be afraid to call out to others who you can talk to. As Crystal said, her cousin who recently had a baby that around the same time as her, they spoke and then she eventually broke down with her on the phone. And like, it's fine to cry, it's fine to break down because we really have to talk to each other. We really have to be there for each other, right? So that is it for this week. Thank you so much, Crystal, for joining. Like, I knew this conversation was going to be a good one.
Yeah, I want to add to that too. Like, if
Hmm.
you have like anyone who's a mom in your circle, please reach out to them, please, because 10 times out of 10 they understand what you're going through, or if they
That's
don't,
true.
they most likely can relate. Don't I'm the kind of person that I keep everything to myself. Like my husband will ask me 10 times for the day, are you okay, are you okay, and every single time I'm going to tell him I'm fine. But
Yep.
please speak up, please, for your mental.
Yeah.
Please speak to someone, even if it's not your partner, speak to another mom. They'll tell you how it is and they can relate. So don't keep everything in. That's one of the biggest mistakes I made being a new mom. And one day I just broke down. You don't want
Yeah.
it because it's not a very nice place to be.
Yeah. True. And I want to say that for the weight gain as well, ladies, if you're stressed out about your weight gain, take it one day at a time in terms of today, you can even go up on the TV and do a little exercise for 5 minutes, or you can do a little stretch for 5 minutes. It don't even have to be long because I think that's where my mind was like, I have to work out for at least 30 minutes a day. And that would eventually make me not work out none at all. So if you at least can just try to work out 5 minutes a day, and then eventually realize that that 5 minutes might turn into 10 minutes, then turn into 15, you understand? Just take your time with yourselves. Okay, ladies? Exactly, Rose Diamond. That's the affirmation for the season. I'm fine, divine, and hashtag this body is all mine. And your body, nobody can tell what to do with your body. It's your body. So we have to be graceful with ourselves. Um, I just want to shout out. I have to really write on things because exactly. But no, I don't really think mommy brain goes away or it just really gets worse. I just want to shout out Educate Me After Dark. That's Orlando's live that happens on Friday with me, him, and Soprano P. This season, we're exploring strange sexual traditions around the world. So last week we spoke about the Wadabe tribe and their wife stealing ceremony. This week, I'm not sure. I think we're talking about female circumcision. I'm not sure, but it happens. Yeah, it's strange sexual traditions. So this week, it happens every Friday at 9 p.m. on Instagram as well. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. Quick, quick, severe bad time in them pan live. What? Pan them live here. We try to have good time, but we're convenient for people. But thank you so much again, Crystal, for being here.